make sure the enemies don't try to get in here. That's my big concern. Gotta protect the geothermal, gotta protect the chickens. Sorry, Cotton, you're gonna get wrecked. We'll wait until Flondy rests, and then when Flondy wakes up... See, that's what confused me at first, Dre Dre. I've never seen you not be bright lime green. I was concerned for a moment. Do that. I need this bench built, so we can start taking stuff apart. When we get Derminator back up, his primary thing is just going to be crafting, so he should start doing a lot of this stuff. We just need to make sure it's built first. And I also think with the machining table, yeah, we need more components, which we'll get off of a Dorito. Once he's done with this, we'll get him to go get some more components. Then we can start taking apart robots. In theory, robots are going to have more components. It's true, Dre Dre, and that's why sometimes I don't miss when... I miss it when somebody else comes in, especially if they're a regular, and then they're like, Tyr, why didn't you say hi to me? And I was like, well, you changed your color to somebody else's color. You know, when you have 7 people and they all have blue as their color, sometimes you miss it when somebody else comes in. So... Alright, is there anything else that I feel like we need right now? Machining so we can take apart robots. We're gonna need refining because we need chem fuel for the rocket, right? But that can wait. We might actually be able to even buy that. A lot of people have it. So, shipbuilding basics. Let's start on the computer core. Let's see how much AI we need that. Because we have one AI center, or whatever it's called. AI core. So... let's go with that. Man, Randy is being so nice right now. I mean, granted, he sent like 3 or 4 robot raids, one after the other after us to try to kill us, but he gave us a bunch of chickens almost immediately after. Okay, good. We're getting some repairs done around the base. I just got to give my people a quick, you know, a hot second here to catch up on their tasks. Wait, why were they all incapable of walking? Oh. Oh god, we almost cooked all of our chickens. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, because I can't reach that area there, so it's all still roofed in. Yeah, let's just not have a roof up here at all. Good plan, Dre Dre. I don't know. I would use anything as an excuse for ice cream, but I think that strep would be one of the perfect reasons. Dude, we almost cooked all of our chickens. How much of a tragedy would that have been? We're gonna do the same thing here, and what do you need? Let's get you some food real quick. Alright, so let's build this wall here. Let's get all of the materials in this area, and then we're gonna once again restrict Flondy to this spot. And that way, they will build the walls, they will take down the roof so we don't cook all of our damn chickens. Local Mega Scarab has gone insane. Good. Good. That's fine. You got better Twitch TV? Yeah. I sometimes get confused because I have it on one of my computers and not the other one. Because I just never got around to it. And so I'll go from one to the other and be like, why doesn't such and such work? Alright, there's our area 3. Let's restrict Flondy to this area. And let them just work on everything. Mental break, food binge. Slayer is on a food binge because a prisoner was sold. Would you get over that? That was like days ago. Jesus. Come on. Okay, so our biggest concern, I guess, right now is going to be making sure that our chickens actually get their food. We're getting more corn and everything, we just have to make sure someone's actually hauling it here. Yeah, and the dogs are. Good. Good doggies. You don't get to leave this area until you're done. I'm sorry. But I've got my priorities straight, okay? Chickens equal key to winning this game? I feel like it, because at the very least in the desert here, this is going to give us a source of protein that we haven't had access to. We're going to have young chickens once these eggs hatch, and we're going to have a lot of them, so we're going to have access to meat, a continual source of meat. In addition to all of our grains, we'll be able to make better meals. Better meals equal higher moods equals higher productivity. So I feel like that is a huge step in the exact right direction. Alright, Dr. LS, do you have any crafting skills? You don't. How much skill do we need to make phylosaline? Requires 3 neutroaminae. And that's it. Oh, okay. I need these made, like, stat. And currently they are being made congelatum. Not at all. Progress is completely frozen on them. Alright, Flaundy's doing that. This is good. Who do I want? I want LS to make these. I know, Flaundy's having issues, but you just gotta finish this. I'm sorry, Flaundy. Okay. And... okay. So Wolfie has finished this. Actually, let's expand this area a little bit more. Hopefully this doesn't collapse. I guess we'll find out, won't we? We're gonna have to put some defenses up over here, or we're gonna have to make some very thick walls. Actually, I think we're gonna go with the walls. So what do we have a lot of still? We used a lot of our sandstone. We still have a lot of limestone. I feel like 3 deep when it comes to walls is kind of the answer. At 3 deep, with stone walls, enemies don't seem to be very inclined to try and go through them. So let's start off with 2 deep like this. Although let's let our people catch up a little bit. Because Flaundy has wanted nothing but to just try and do some repairs around the base, which is a great idea. We don't have our turrets rebuilt yet, which is a big problem. Find meals out of bug meat. God, this is the first time an eclipse has not been like, oh no, not an eclipse! Toxic fallout. Now that is going to get all of our chickens killed. Actually, no, it's not. We can expand the roof to just around here, and then the chickens aren't going to be affected, because they're going to stay right in this area. Alright, so, toxic fallout. Everyone's favorite thing. Alright, we need some roofs. Build roof area. 4 by 4. 4. God, that'll mean dead crops right there. They'll fine. They'll just be running over that small area there. Okay, so we should be putting a roof here around our chickens. Expand, build roof area. It's been a while since we've had toxic fallout. I can't say I'm looking forward to dealing with it. If we're lucky, it'll be one of those toxic fallouts that's over in, like, a day. Okay, wait, we gotta quick tell everyone to drop what they're doing and just work construction. Because that way, even people who are really shitty at construction, they'll still build roofs and things like that. Because once we have all the roofs up and everything, then we'll know where exactly we can restrict people to go. And that should absolutely be priority 1. Because we can spend a little bit of time out in the toxin. But only a very little amount of time. Hey, Dre, of course you can ask something. It's the Freedom of Twitch Information Act. Initial buildup isn't that bad. Initial buildup will go away after 1 night. Do I watch My Little Pony? I used to. I don't anymore. I've watched all of My Little Pony up to season 3, and then I stopped watching it. Not any specific reason why. It's not like I fell out of love for the show or anything like that. I didn't, like, you know, decide, oh, you know, this is actually a terrible thing. I just sort of, like, stopped watching television. Like, I've never really been a big fan of watching television, but during the time when I used to watch My Little Pony, I was going to college. And while I was in college, I really enjoyed having just some kind of television show playing in the background. Which, by the way, is not the best way to go about doing your homework and not the best way to go about studying. But, regardless, that's what I used to do. And so I watched all of My Little Pony, well, seasons 1, 2, and 3 while I was going to college. And after I got out of college, I don't even watch television, much less My Little Pony. So... now, that being said, that's what, Generation 4? I also watched, as a point of fact, because I felt like it's something I had to do, I also watched all of, Generation 1 and Generation 2 of My Little Pony, just because I was like, you know what, maybe I should learn the history of this crap as well. An exotic goods trader. Oh, it's a trade ship. Nice. And those ones, they were kind of weird. I'm definitely a fan of the current generation of My Little Pony. Now, that being said, they started doing some stuff with My Little Pony that I just couldn't bring myself to watch. I couldn't feel good about myself watching it, is when they started, they did some kind of thing that was like My Little Pony through the looking glass type of thing, where they went through this mirror and it brought them to the human world and it turned them all into humans in high school. And I was just like, nope, I'm done. Why'd I start watching it in the first place? That is actually a good question. So one of my very good gay friends started watching it, and for the longest time he was bugging one of my very macho straight friends